that I blame you. This is a brand new bag that made our list on the top find. So what you need to know about a top find, it is a tiny list that we curate every single day of must-have products, whether it be in beauty, fashion, or in this case, accessories. This is a brand new bag that's done in the vintage leather silhouette that looks like it's been worn in, that tells a story. You see the highs and lows and divots of that beautiful leather. But what we've done is added a sense of luxury with that gorgeous braiding detail that looks like whip stitching all around the bag, and probably one of the most sought after silhouettes going into fall. It's a saddle bag. It's RFID protected. If you want to use the Easy Pay to bring this bag home for less than $25, that expires at midnight. And I have to tell you, you've got your work cut out for you because there is not a bad color in the bunch.
Right? Loving the color
cute.
story on this one. Do you want me to get going?
Yes, you go right ahead.
I've got the juniper in front of me. We just introduced the juniper this spring in our collection, and it is a great, great shade. If you're familiar with evergreens, I think it was Jill Bauer said it reminds her of a blue spruce because you get that little bit of the blue in there, but you get that nice shade of green, almost like a little bit of gray mixed in. Gorgeous color. It's all trimmed out in this dark espresso brown, which is really, really rich. You have the rouge.
Love the rouge.
I love the rouge because it's like that great lipstick red. It's beautiful.
Look at that.
Really, really pretty.
Okay.
Brand new color there. That's the terracotta. Now I want to bring up the rust, so you can see the rust and the terracotta. A lot of our customers are probably familiar with our rust. This is our classic vintage coloring. We also wanted to bring in a lighter version of it, and it has a little bit more of an orange base, and that's the terracotta. So you can see the difference between the two.
Okay, so the rust is here. You guys are already loving the darker brown, which is the rust. In front of me, I have the terracotta, which if you love a certain French brand that starts with an H and you love the shade of orange.
It's rich.
Here's the thing. We know I'll never be able to afford one of those handbags. Like, we'll never be able to afford those handbags. So I just want the color and the look. Okay, thanks.
And you get it. You're welcome.
Yay! And then our last color.
That's the black. And I love this because we did the black with that brown trim on it. So when you get
so
that
rich.
combination, it not only adds versatility, but there is a really, really rich look to when you mix the browns and the blacks. I love that.
And not forgetting, I mean, less than $25. Leather is kind of like denim. When I was in Los Angeles, you can go to a vintage store in Los Angeles that only sells denim, and you pay well into the 3 figures, and you're like, but wait a second, that's an old pair of jeans. What are we thinking? But it's the same thing with vintage leather. Quality vintage leather, you know, it gets more expensive over time because of the way that it wears. What you guys figured out how to do for under $100 is give us that look, but not make it so rare to find.
That's so true, and that's exactly it. This was inspired by those leathers that you find in vintage shops. It has a story behind it. It's meant to kind of embrace the imperfections that often you see in leathers. You really get a sense of the highs and lows of the grains of this leather. You will see little marks and rubs. It's a naturally oil-based leather, so a lot of times if you were to get a buff in it, the oils in your own skin will buff it out, but truly that's not what you want. You're looking for that worn-in look, almost that kind of bohemian chic feel. You want to have a bag that has a story behind it. If you're someone that doesn't like to see that, if you don't want to have a mark on your bag, maybe you're more suited for a pebble leather or a Saffiano leather. This vintage leather is going to show you variations in color. It's going to show you little marks. That's what you want. That's the feel, that's the inspiration behind this leather. Then we did the whip stitching, the braiding detail, not the whip stitching, I'm sorry, the braiding detail on the front of this. Always something that has been incredibly popular for us. Classic styling on this one with that large, almost envelope style saddle bag, the feed bag look on the front here. It's got a magnetic snap closure that finds itself. And what I was so excited about, and I told Courtney this, I love the fact that we did 3 compartments on this one. Usually when you open up a saddle bag, it's just
one
that
singular pocket.
One singular pocket, tiny little space, and you're like, oh wait, there's not much room in here. This one has 3 compartments to it. The back one will feature a zip. The center is open to use as you like. And then the front compartment on that front wall there, that's going to have those 4 credit card slots that are RFID protected, as well as the 2 slip pockets there. So leave the wallet at home, leave the rest of the space in the bag for all the other essentials that you love to carry. Love the signature chain lining we put in this one. Has like an equestrian feel, that rich feel to it. I love it so much. This is a tried and true, a beautiful bag.
This is the kind of bag that if you go to France, if you go to Italy, like you hope that as a counterpoint to your handbag soul, you stumble across and you meet halfway, because
Yes.
you come back with a piece that not only is really trend driven for right now, the most expensive design houses and most prestigious ones are going back to their old archives and pulling out pieces that have defined who they have become in the world of fashion. And the saddle bag has that opportunity to deliver that for you, whether it's wearing it now or going into fall. However, I need to show you the 2Rs are getting very limited. So I have the Rouge, which is this beautiful dark red that, again, you can see the wear of the leather, that beautiful braided detail. If you want the Rust, which is down at the bottom of your screen right here, that's more of that beautiful worn-in brown shade, also getting very limited. To the left of that, we have your black, which is the mix of the brown leather as well. Here's your terracotta, which I think I'm going to switch into this bag.
I love
then
the pop.
you have the juniper, which is probably one of the best shades of blue-green I've ever seen from your collection.
Thank you. I'm a huge fan of this too. And I think what's always surprising to me is how well this goes with most of your wardrobe. You're kind of surprised. You think, oh, I don't really own a lot in that color, or I don't think that's going to go. The green works. It's really, really easy to wear and use.
Well, we want to come show you our colors and model along with you. Very busy taking orders. This is a brand new handbag that we made as a top find today because we knew it was an important silhouette. We knew it was a luxurious bag. And it's not a bag that you feel like, okay, can I carry my essentials or not? It's 9.5 inches from side to side, 8.5 inches from top to bottom, and you've got close to a 3-inch depth on this. So it's not a throwaway bag.
No.
Very comfortable to wear crossbody or over the shoulder as well. You've got 23 to 25 inches on that strap drop that you'll see right there. But this is the day that you discover QVC. This is the day that you discover Tignanello to give you that iconic saddlebag silhouette that's not 3 times the price. It's less than $100. And even if you're thinking, okay, I know somebody that loves leather, I know somebody that has a crazy good handbag collection. Maybe you're thinking about a gift. Maybe it's a special occasion idea. This would be a perfect idea to bring home.
It's a great bag because to me it's cross-generational. It works for everybody. If you have a girl that's going off to college, maybe she would love to have this for going across campus, hands-free.
Yes.
It works. You know, it's a great gift if you're giving it to a mother. My mom loves a lightweight bag.
Yep.
This is just up her alley.
So true.
It's perfect. It just really, truly works. And the styling of it is such that 5 years from now, you're going to be able to go back into your handbag wardrobe and pull this out because there's nothing about it that's too overly trendy or limiting. It's just a classically beautiful bag.
Man, I have outfit envy of you. Like this light and airy white blouse. She's got her cute little distressed jean and this orange bag. It just feels very French.
It does.
Yeah, in a second.
The terracotta pops great with the denim.
And
Great
you know,
with
I
the
think
denim.
about this as vacation season, you know, for like me for vacation, okay, it's shopping, it's eating out, it's going different places. I mean, you, because of the weight of this bag, you barely notice that it's even on your shoulder. And yet with all of the inside organization, you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I get to carry all of this. And yet the bag looks
great.
the way that it does.
There's nothing utilitarian about this
No.
crossbody. This is all fashion, all beauty, great vintage leather. You're going to Europe. You
Yes.
want to be able to be protected. The fact that you have RFID protection in this bag is so huge because you just never know. You never know when you're going to be susceptible to digital pickpocketing. It's so important to protect your license and your credit cards.
Someone could be smiling at you and taking your information. You're like, that was the nicest person. And then you're like, turns
Not.
out, frenemy, worst enemy ever. So it's nice to have that built in. I want to show you the colors again. With 1,100 now spoken for, this is a brand new bag. We made it a top find today. We really wanted to give you the it bag that everybody's going to be talking about for the season. If you start to open up some of your fashion catalogs as well as the magazines that are forecasting what's coming for fall, this is that bag that from the gal that's the commuter to the boss to, you know, the stay-at-home mom, this is the simple kind of luxury that you can now afford thanks to Tignanello. Easy pay to bring it home for less than $25, disappears at midnight. We'll head back to the table and show you the colors before we go off to the phones. You have the juniper, which on a scale of juniper to peacock, is juniper darker or is it lighter?
I actually think it's lighter.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think it's a little lighter, and I think it has a little bit of like that lighter bit of bluish, grayish, greenish in it. It's a hard color to describe perfectly, but it's definitely in the lighter family than our peacock.
And
a
I
little
would
less
be
blue.
really excited to wear that with denim.
Yes,
Like,
perfect.
just
It's
really
easy.
chic
Trust me,
tonal look.
it's easy.
My favorite, and I can't wear it because Luann wore it first, is the terracotta. To me, this is just exquisite. I mean, it's everything. I'll never forget when I did go to France last year and walked into a ton of boutiques and department stores. I had this woman explain to me, like, oranges are neutral. Because the first thing I said was, are you sure I can wear, orange? Like, I have a little red in my hair, I'm pale. And she's like, no, like, oranges are neutral. Like, you should grab it. I decided to go for the rouge, which is absolutely exquisite. I think you wait your whole life to wear this shade of red because it's not overly empowering, it's approachable, but it's still very mesmerizing all at the same time. The color in front of the rouge is your black, and remember, that's gonna have the brown braided details just to give you a little sense of dimension. And then our last color, which continues to be very popular, is our rust, which is really, it's so town and country. It's not even in this country. It's like
It's so true.
far away land.
It's gorgeous. Saddle, whiskey, tan. Oh, the rust is perfect. Perfect shade in our vintage. Love it.
Wait, is this navy? Did we mess up?
Did we mess up?
We did.
No.
Okay. All right. Let me just
Wow.
hold this to my heart really quickly. I want you to, Kevin. Wait, Kevin, are you still upstairs? Oh, hi, Ryan. Come on in. Okay, so we made a little oops-a-daisies, and the reason we made a little oops-a-daisies is we have so many lights here. Sometimes it's really bright. Since this was in front of us, this is actually a really dark navy. So I apologize if you thought it was black. It's actually navy. However, it's so navy, it's black.
It is so navy, it's black. It's a very, very, I can't believe that just escaped me either. This is like what I know. And I thought it was black. It is our deep navy. And in the vintage, that navy is a really, really rich, deep, deep navy.
Brand new today, the Easy Pay disappears at the end of the day. Rouge in front of me is last call. Rust, that beautiful cognac shade, also last call. Brand new bag that you're seeing here first today. It's a 281107. Don't forget, you can place your order on QVC.com. You can shop our app. No need to call if you don't want to. Let's go up to the phones and say hello to Dawn in South Dakota. Hi, Dawn. I'm Courtney, and this is Christy. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I hear you picked up this bag. What color did we have for you?
I got the juniper.
Oh, beautiful.
I love green, and this has enough green. I know it kind of looks a lot of blue in there too, but
Definitely more green.
That's a color I don't have in my purses.
I'm so glad you said that because this to me is not a color you see a lot in purses, which makes it very unique to have it. It's definitely more of a green-based color than anything else. I think you're really gonna love it.
Well, and I'm happy, of course, that it's a crossbody.
Yes.
And it has compartments.
Oh, I know. Isn't it great?
Divisions have to go with that. I really do not. I cannot handle hobo bags. This where it's a big pit that you throw everything in and you can't find anything.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not responsible enough for a hobo bag either.
You're swimming and you're digging and you're looking. I
Yeah.
understand. I understand.
Well, Dawn, I think you'll
Yeah.
also appreciate this because at the same time, while some hobo silhouettes can be cumbersome, this is really lightweight when you put it over your shoulder. And I think once you start putting things in this bag, you'll really be surprised at actually how much you can carry.
I'm excited to get it home.
Good.
Oh, I'm so glad. It's the perfect size. It's really going to be that Goldilocks bag for you. Everything you need is going to fit in here just fine.
Great. And I love the brand of Tignanello.
Thank you.
Good. I think
It's wonderful.
and it's such a nice opportunity for you to kind of spoil yourself with a leather bag and
So
not
true.
feel, guilty about doing so. So I hope you enjoy this bag, wear it in good health, and enjoy it for the rest of the year.
Okay. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You
Thanks,
too.
Dawn.
Bye,
Appreciate it.
Dawn. You know, this is a bag, while Don's in South Dakota, we're in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
It looks like you could have gone across the pond to get it, and I am
So
not
true.
upset about that. We have your juniper. Here's your terracotta rouge last call. 200 remaining in the rouge. There is your navy down at the bottom of your table. Navy, very popular.